Hey guys, welcome back to some more AFK Arena. Today we're over on our YouTube account. We have 10,000 diamonds. So I have been burning through an incredible amount of diamonds trying to go ahead and power level. If you remember, over a week ago, I believe we were just around the 630 mark. So we have actually gained a couple levels every single week, which is the reason why we're power leveling. So we are doing our fast refreshes in here, and I'm actually doing these all the way to the 200 diamond mark. So we are actually doing this 5 times every single week, guys. Not only are we getting the baits right there, as you can see, we're also getting elemental cores, but what we're looking for out of here is, of course, the essence, guys. This hero essence is super important when it comes to power leveling. In combination, we have been burning a ton of resources through the stores, so we have actually been spending 900 diamonds every single day to buy this 8-hour essence. And we've been doing 2 refreshes. So we've been spending about 1,100 in here. You throw in the price of the card. It has been very, very expensive for the power leveling. So today, guys, this Sunday, I love doing the question and answer. That's the reason why we wanted to do kind of the Q&A. Every now and then we do this to try to answer a lot of questions that players do have. Looks like we have a ton of players already in here, which is amazing to see on Sunday. Thank you guys for joining us. Yeah, the big thing, guys, has been the power leveling. When you look at the level deficiencies, and we were actually talking about this just a little bit earlier, guys, you can see the end here is 887, guys. Levels are incredible. And look at that. Devin, a member right off the bat. Happy to join the stream, celebrate our YouTube baby. Yeah, definitely. 9 months has been a supporter. Thank you for all the love and support. We're going to do kind of whatever you guys want to do today. So I've been farming up a ton of cards. We've actually been chasing Mickey. Big shout out to him. Been chasing Mickey within the campaign. Right there he is, guys, which is 4411. I've been making a little bit of progression. But as far as the cards, we have been doing a lot. So I have 6 cards. If you've seen earlier, we did some summons for Soulless, but I have 72 Stargazer cards. Those are from the events. Those are from farming them within the temple. So I go through our faction temples. I farm them like crazy, guys, which is the reason why we do get so many cards. This morning I was farming the Celestial Sanctum, pulled another 5 cards out of here, but we are 700 plus in the towers right now. Celestial Sanctum, of course, I am kind of dragging with because I don't have the awakened version of Taylene, which makes it incredibly difficult. How's my day? Doing well. Went shopping this morning. Got to do some after the stream. Deficient and deficiency aren't the same word. Oh, two different words there. Yes, the level deficiency or I am level deficient. Either way, guys, they are very strong when it comes to the campaign. Finally made a stream. What's going on? Bust a cap outdoors. That's pretty cool. Where are we in the Rift? So the Rift, I am right about 300 at this point. Big thing is I've been getting stuck. I'm on 292 within the Temple Rift. The teams that I've been running. So I'll show you what I've been running in here. It's not going to show me the first one, but I've actually been running a combination of the tank with the ranger with the support in here. I think we had one of our heroes fall out. It's weird. So I've been running Awakened Thane within this formation. This one I've actually been running, and I'm trying to think if one of my heroes died. I don't think they did, but looking here, guys, I have the awakened version of Thane. Lucretia I've been running. Again, I do not have the awakened version of Taylene to run in here, which is usually the formation that you're running in here, but we have a lot of support. Even running Screg in here, guys. Screg does incredibly well, especially with the awakened version of Thane. And then we have a bunch of support down here. So the beacon itself, I'm going to have to gain some more, but Tank's Fortitude, Ranger Support are the ones that we have been running. Then, of course, just the couple down here that are utilizing our cores or our essence down there. So overall, the only thing, guys, Chaos Seeker is very hard. Seeker is very hard to do, but we've been pushing it in there. What's going on? Javid is back. What's going on, Javid? Yeah, Temple Rift has been doing well. Grand Hunt, I actually hit the top 1,000 again. We know we have 6 hours left. Or essentially 6-5, so 7 hours left within the Temple Rift, guys, or within the Grand Hunt. Rewards, we're looking pretty good so far. We're in the top 2%. We're right at 2. Might end a little bit more than this, but if we can pull some Stargazer cards out of here, absolutely well worth doing the resets and also doing the research. A lot of players were saying that the Grand Hunt is not worth it, guys. Honestly, go in here, really farm what you can. Are you doing account review? No, not really, King. I usually don't do an account review. It's kind of tough because a lot of players build heroes based on what they like to build, not really maybe the meta copies. But overall, guys, account reviews, I don't do them. I know, I believe Vulcan has done them in the past, but I don't. I can cover what I have here. How do you farm gold? Easiest way, and is farming gold, guys, the best and most reliable way of farming gold, honestly, that I have found within AFK Arena is the King's Tower. Guys, if you look at these floors and look at the rewards that they give you guys, it is 5 million gold for going through here. This is probably one of the easiest, most efficient ways to farm gold coins within AFK Arena. Guild bosses, of course, give you a little bit. Selling back your emblems. If you have Duras artifacts at 5 stars, you can actually sell some of these back. So looking here, guys, all of my Duras artifacts are 5 stars. You can sell them back. It is a pretty good way. There's 5.9 million selling all of these artifacts back. Some players do sell arena tickets back. I would recommend not selling the arena tickets back. Try to use these every single day, guys. Big thing, of course, with the arena tickets is you can get a lot of essence out of here. You can also get some of the chests, which I don't think I have any right now, but you can get some chests out of there. There's a lot of things that you can pull out of the arena that will really help you with progression, in addition to gold, versus just selling those tickets back. Yep, that's the other big thing is you can sell the tickets. Again, I recommend using them versus selling them because 50K each. If you have an opportunity to get some diamonds out of there, it is way more worth it farming within there. Now, one thing that I wanted to, if you've seen the little thumbnail, I did the thumbnail for the event deals. So as many of you know, we do budget for AFK Arena every single month. So looking at what we budget within the Noble Society, I am not going to be picking up the Regal rewards. Super disappointed with the Superb Stones, guys. I have hit zero Awakened Heroes. I know there are a couple players that have hit them, but I am going to pass on getting this part of the Regal rewards just for the simple fact when it comes to heroes, a majority of the heroes I have built. So I'm pretty lucky. I have Sonya in here, which I believe needs 2 more stars. We have 3 Mauler heroes, 3 Wilder heroes, 2 Greyborn heroes, and everybody is at 5 stars completely built out, which all of these I have stars on. I just have to continue building them out. I'm not going to focus on building out the heroes. I'm going to focus on building up the heroes. So what does that allow us to do, guys? So essentially with the budgeting, and again, I really recommend you guys do this kind of aspect. Really, if you're planning to be a baby whale, a small whale, dolphin, whatever you want to call it. So this essentially the $25 pack that we see right here, I'm going to hop over to the visiting merchant and I'm going to grab one of these packs. Now, these are the best purchases within AFK Arena. If you're looking to buy packs, guys, this is really the way to do it. You can see we put another $100 on there for the month, which means buying the pack out of here. This is the best purchase that we see within AFK Arena. 45,000 diamonds for the price is absolutely worth it. Definitely picking up the packs within here. Fighting for our freedom in Persia. Yeah. The world, guys, I know, especially places where like Javid is at, guys, it is a whole different world. It is honestly, you know, a lot of people think they have it rough where they are at. I just always go by the general rule of thumb, guys. There's probably people out there that have it far worse than we have it here. And it's kind of crazy. You know, I live in America where it's social media is a huge influence. The government's a huge influence. So many crazy things, but it's nothing compared to some of the struggles and some of the things that are going on. So my love and heart goes out to you guys that are definitely, especially when you look at the Ukraine, when you look at Russia, when, I mean, it's a crazy world out there. Where am I? I'm in Detroit, Michigan. So most of you know I am from Detroit, Michigan. This is where I live, just north of Detroit. But looking at our merchant ship, guys, that was our $20 purchase. So we spent 20 of the 25. So I'm actually going to pick up these event deals to get another 30 points right here. I know it's only 99 cents, But with this event deal, it is going to give us or allow us to get into that 550 tier or the 550 chest, which means that we can actually get a little bit more rewards. And I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the Beast Clash, you are stuck at 550. So you get 540 for the event, which means you will literally be right about here with that 540 mark. Getting those 30 extra tokens out of here will give us this chest, which is a pretty big chest when it comes to progression out here. Getting some time emblems out of there, getting, of course, 10 24-hour resources, guys. That is 10 days of play, which is kind of crazy. What's going on, Oakbow? And Lewinsky is here as well. I wondered if I should go for Ulna or Mahira. I have Zolrath, but I don't have Khazard. Ulna in that case. Kazi, go for Ulna first. Mahira is good. Mahira will require Khazard when you start doing it within metacomps, but Ulna is the priority, guys, when you're building them out. I would definitely go build Ulna first. Ulna would be the first choice. Then, of course, guys, we have the bravery rewards out of here. And again, if you're building Ulna, Ulna is the big priority out of here, guys. I would build probably Mortis up to probably Elite Plus. Elite Plus allows you to use them within different game modes, including the Abyssal Expedition, but Ulna is going to be the primary one out of here. Now, based on my account, I am going to build Zafriel. Zap is actually going to go to 1 star, meaning that I can put some more engraving on him. Zafriel does super well within the PvP aspect. We also see him within the Celestial Tower, also utilized in a couple other places that work very, very well. $50 for 25 time emblems. And the event card is in the event not worth it. No, and a lot of them are not worth it. And that's where $50 for 25 time emblems, it is not, again, just like what Alfredo says, it's not worth it, guys. You really, really have to take your time. Pick and choose exactly what you want to get on in here or what you want to need. If you're a light spender, guys, spend the $1 here, get to the 550. It will be well worth it. Now, Yuri's ship is another point. A lot of players have said right here, where you're talking $50 for 25 emblems, you can get 30 emblems for $25. And again, pay attention if you're buying something here. And those 25 stones out of here, a lot of players really swear by them when it comes to this drawing of dreams. Getting the pulls out of here, again, a lot of players, a lot of the whale players really swear by getting these bigger packs out of there or those $25 packs in Yuri's ship. Because if you do get the big chest, of course, is going to be a big return. What's going on, Antonio? Who should I go for next? I have Lucretia, Ulna, Khazard, Mortis, and Twins. Lucifer, at that point, I would build, since you already have Khazard, I would build Mahira. Mahira is one of the meta comp. Absolutely build her, guys. She is in the meta comp. She is in pretty much, when you look at campaign stages all through AFK Arena, there is going to be a formation which usually has her. Right there she is, guys, 4 billion damage from Mahira. So even though she works incredibly well early game, she is also the second one that you'll be running, or the second team you'll be running within the King's Tower. When you get to the point of running 2 teams, Mahira is always one of them. One team will be Lucretia, one will be Mahira in the Charizard team, or a variation of the Charizard, but Mahira will be the driving factor for your second team when you get to this point, where Lucretia just doesn't pull it all by herself. What's going on, awesome? Yeah, there's Mahira is definitely a focus. My internet is so weak. I'll see you later. See you later, Javid. Thank you for joining us. All right, guys, so let's do a couple summons, 54,000 diamonds. Remember, we're still looking for Brutus. The awakened version of Brutus, guys, same as what we did to Thane. We are going to take him to 5 stars. I'm going to max him out. That way, if we get additional copies, we can actually swap those for other heroes. Hoping that we do get some. Now, one thing that has been noted, and I'm not sure if some of you guys know, with these superb elite hero stones, if you pull an awakened hero as of today, you can get 1 awakened hero that you already have at 5 stars. Now, with the Celestials, the Hypogens, if you pull these and you already have them at 5 stars, you will not pull it. It'll actually pull a different hero. These you can pull 5-star awakened heroes, and players have. It's over on Reddit, it's over on Discord. We have seen them pull the awakened hero that they already had. For instance, I have awakened Thane, already at 5 stars, and they've pulled another version or another copy of Awakened Thane through the Superb Elite Hero Stones. Again, don't know if it's something that Lilith is going to check or change, but we have seen it where they have actually come up and got the copies of the heroes they already have. All right, guys, Superb Elite Stone. Now that I'm not picking up the pack, I think it's going to be a copy of Rowan. I was going to say it might have been an Awakened Hero, but unfortunately it is not, guys. 6 copies of our Elite Stones gives us just some more food. Not even enough to add any more stars to heroes. All of these at this point, guys, are just fodder, which is another reason why I am not buying that pack out of there. Just working on progression. Out of here, guys, all 4 of these you can buy in the store. I'm looking for furniture, so I'm going to go ahead and pick up Poke Coins. I know, again, we can get them out of the shop, but we get shards out of the shop too. So pretty good pick right there. Would you say it's possible for a free-to-play to have 3 Awakened Heroes ascended with some stars? Shot Gaming, I would say no. Absolutely not. You can't have 3 Awakened Heroes unless, of course, you were absolutely incredibly lucky. Both of the accounts, the FHG account and the free-to-play account that I have not spent a penny in, almost have 2 Awakened Heroes ascended. Having a third again would be absolutely crazy, incredibly lucky. But I don't see the luck being that good to have them. Is Ascended Thane good? Yes, Ascended Thane, he is the first 5-star Awakened Hero that I built. He does incredible in a lot of different game modes. Lightbearer Tower, of course, going to do incredibly well. When you look at other game modes, does well. We see him sometimes within the Cursed Realm. PvP is where the Awakened version of Thane dominates. It is absolutely, guys, where he dominates. He is the PvP god as of right now. Brutus does really well, but overall, guys, Thane is the crazy, crazy PvP AFK god. What's going on, Carol? What Awakened Hero should I get if I have Aziz to Mythic? Aziz doesn't have to be Mythic. Right now, guys, what I would prioritize if I was building my Awakened Heroes, getting 1 single copy of Solus. The 1 copy of Solus does work incredibly, incredibly well. Just having 1 single copy, guys, she will work incredibly well. And then my second choice would be Brutus. Brutus, for the sheer utility that we're seeing him within AFK Arena, it would go, and I would build Brutus, guys. Again, that would be my choice to build. So let's see. So here, I was saving up my scrolls, and I think I'm going to go in for Wilders. I don't think I'm going to save many more. I don't know if they're ever going to change where we can have Awakened Heroes with our faction scrolls. I'm thinking probably not, so I'm going to swap this over to Wilder, guys. We're just going to burn through these. I want to actually build out Orin. So Orin has actually been built for quite a bit. So the new dimensional is worth getting for free to play. Yes, the dimensional, guys, are very, very important. The thing is, if you do get the dimensional heroes as free to play, you're getting a 5-star hero that is free to play. That is essentially a hero you can build. You don't have to merc them. So when you look at Garrison, these heroes, they are very, very expensive, guys. When you garrison heroes, you pay for them almost like 5 times over versus just getting them out of the event. Free to play, guys, always get the dimensional heroes, absolutely, without a doubt. They can even fill a lot of slots within your hero roster just because they are cheap to get. You don't need a ton of copies of them. Guys, get the dimensional heroes. What's going on, Fallen Hoot? Made it for a live event. I just started a free-to-play account with a friend, and we're racing to 30, stuck at 11. Oh, yeah. Skylands, easiest way, free-to-play. We've done a couple race accounts. Easiest way is Damon, guys. Damon will carry through AFK Arena. It's absolute insane how strong Damon is when he starts carrying through AFK Arena. It is kind of crazy. It's crazy to see how strong he is. Let's see, guys. We got 3 summons here, which again is just a lot more fodder. As far as scrolls, we have 5 summons here, so we have 50 scrolls, which means we'll get some elites. But are we going to see any of the Awakened Heroes, guys? This account, we haven't seen Awakened Heroes in a lot. And there's Tarnos. That is the 2nd copy of him that we have gotten. I got 1 last time from Stones, got 1 in summons. So that is already 2, guys. Overall, he is just a monster, similar to the Awakened Brutus. He has been an absolute monster when it comes to PvP. PvP has been the absolute broken. Tarnos has been crushing PvP and crushing every mode of PvP, which is kind of crazy. Getting pretty lucky with the elites here, and our final one gives us just some more cards. That's okay, because Wilder again, we're going to pull some more. Desira will be the new Awakened Heroes. Antonio, that's what a lot of players are saying, that Desira is going to be the new Awakened Hero based on what Dolly is saying. And I think she's saying it right here. Right here, the Shrieking Bay reference I know is Desira with the Siren's Call. Don't know if that is going to be, I think only that lady is capable of doing that. A lot of players were saying that is going to be the Awakened version of Desira, but a lot of players are also saying that is just going to be another new Graveborn hero that they're introducing. So we'll have to see exactly what comes up with it. Is it worth buying the time emblems every day, Lucifer? Absolutely. 100%, guys. If you want the ability to ever build these Awakened heroes, just because they do take so much to build, buying these time emblems every day are absolutely worth it. Well worth it. Again, if you want to build the Awakened heroes, think of it this way, guys. And this is the way that I kind of broke it down and the way that I think of it. So when you look at the Stargazer, one single Stargazer pull is 500 diamonds. One single Temple of Time card, one time emblem is 500 diamonds. So what you're doing essentially, and again, the way that I kind of break it down, is you are prepaying for your Temple of Time summons, just like you would pay for the Stargazer summons. But if you are not buying the Temple of Time cards, the chances of you getting the Awakened heroes and building them out is very, very slim. You figure in a regular month, 30 days, you get 30 cards. That is half of a guaranteed pull for an Awakened hero. If you didn't buy them, that would give you zero chance of pulling them, which is the reason why I've said again, guys, buy the time emblems. Absolutely buy the time emblems. It is very, very important, which we're still looking to unlock that one copy of Solus. Again, I know we tried it a little bit earlier this week. We did not get one. So every summon is one closer to hitting that 65 mark and getting a copy, guys. Two more here. And our final one, could it be just some more resources? So another week, guys, without the Awakened version of Solus, but that's okay. Isabella is a counter Lucretia in PvP. I can win strong Lucretia teams with my second zombie team. Yeah, Isabella is good. Isabella Darwin just requires a investment. That's really the big thing, is it is a very big investment for Isabella to actually do well. And a lot of players don't have her built out to that point. Do you think it's worth building Mishka as a carry hero? Andre, yes, Mishka will be a hero that you're going to build. Utilize her in a ton of different formations. Again, a lot of game modes Mishka falls into. You can even put her front line in a bunch of different formations, and Mishka will do very, very well. Mishka will do very well within a lot of different formations. Yeah, imagine Awakened Lucretia. I still want to see, guys, Awakened Chimera. Awakened Chimera would be my absolute love that I would love to see. Yeah, Awakened Desira, again, I don't know if they're just going to flip kind of what they did with Taylene. Making Desira a mage could be a little bit different, but we'll have to see. How many time emblems would you say it requires to get Awakened? So one copy of an Awakened hero is 60 to 65 is really the general rule of thumb. So after 60, most players say do the single summons with Z-Max with 30,000 diamonds right there. A lot of players say that after 60 summons, do individual summons because it's roughly 65 for the pity timer is just kind of what they've said. All right, guys, Awakened Brutus, 72 cards, 54,000 diamonds. Should be able to pull a significant amount of copies out of here. And I'm hoping that we get some diamonds out of here. It's been a long time since we've actually seen the diamonds out of here, guys. But we've been farming up cards. Also out of here, I love getting the essence. So getting this essence right here, guys, it adds up to, again, the power leveling aspect that we're doing. And so far, there's one copy, guys. Not the best pull so far, but that's okay. What's the 411 on Walker? I heard he's a needed hero. No, Walker's not a needed hero. There are a couple players that built him out, but Walker is still a solid pass, guys. All right, so we use our 2 additional cards. All right, so we only got 1 copy of Brutus, guys. I'm hoping to get 2 more out of here. That way we can add that 3rd star on here. A lot of arena tickets. I still don't want to see those arena tickets. The Stargazer is not being very kind today, guys. There we go. There's copy number 2. Some more resources out of there. So we got 5 total pulls, which means that we could see 1 more, guys. We could see 1 more. Got some gear out of there. Come on, just need that 2% here. Again, the Stargazer is going to make us go all the way here. We're short of 1 more, but let's try it. We'll get down to our last couple, see if we can get a copy of Brutus. Still, last summon. Could it be? It is. No, just some more resources. So we used pretty much everything in here. I'm going to do, again, the Wilder summons out of here. Is Fane or Kaleen worth to engrave? Also, is Hendrik 60 worth it? Alexander, so most people will not engrave Fane. Kaleen utilized in the Greyborn Tower, but that's really it. That's the only place that we have really seen Kaleen. Hendrik's E60, is it worth it? No, it is not. The only thing that Hendrik really needs is that 3 of 9 furniture to increase the defensive, and players are utilizing Hendrik to go under Thane. So Hendrik's 3 of 9 furniture rate, I forget it's always down here now, increase the defense of an allied hero that is positioned above Hendrik. So most players will give this defensive formation buff to the awakened version of Thane within a formation. So Hendrik will actually be in position 5. Awakened Thane will be in 4. And this 3 of 9 furniture is a really, really big game changer because of that 25%. The immunity that he gets out of here, again, not enough players use him to really make a difference. He's pretty low down the priority to actually build. It looks like Thane, yes, absolutely, Najib. Thane has been the most difficult hero that I've ever summoned. In AFK Arena, absolutely has been the absolute most difficult hero that I've ever summoned, was the awakened version of Thane, guys. It was incredible. I streamed it all. You guys seen it all. It was just like pulling teeth trying to get copies. But look at that. 6,300 more essence. Absolutely, guys. So that almost gives us another level in here. But let's see who we can build. We need 1 more star, it looks like, on Sonya. And then Sonya will be done. That'll be every light bearer at 5 stars. Let's see, we don't have any more copies. But yeah, that'll be every light bearer at 5 stars. Then again, a couple of these. Let's do... I'm just going to burn through to the Wildster summons. How am I? Doing good. Cow Gaming. There we go. There's Oku. I could definitely use him. How are you today? I don't think I got 2. I don't think I have 3. I only got 2. Is Fane worth the E60? I mean, Fane's another hero similar to what we were just talking about with Kaleen. And look at that Oku again. Outside of the tower, there isn't anywhere that is being used. Maybe a niche formation here or there, but overall, a lot of the heroes, it seems like, even like Orin, he is being utilized within the Cursed Realm, which is the reason why I want to build him out a little bit more. But he is only used in 1 single formation. So is it really worth building the 1 hero for the formation? Now, he is also being utilized within the Wilder Tower, of course. A star, another hero, guys, absolutely want to build out a star. A star, if you've seen within the Grand Hunt right now, a star is just breaking damage meters as a support hero. And look at that, guys, another elite copy of Leica. And adding another star onto Oku, we might be able to add another star onto a star as well. And that is what we were looking for, guys. I actually just engraved a star this morning because of the Grand Hunt. So did a lot more damage in the Grand Hunt because we did have her built up a little bit more. And then Oku, we built him when he actually came out to get the frame. But that's it, guys. We have 3 left. 3 left in there, and they are done. Is the 5-team poll a good team to build? Yes, Cody. It absolutely is. There's a lot of variations of the 5 poll, and we've seen a lot of different ones. But ultimately, 5 poll is used for the Thorin cheese. We also see it for a form of the Lucretia cheese. We also see him utilized within some of the Cursed Realm comps. There's a lot of different layouts in there that do work incredibly well with that 5 poll. Who should I E60 next? Grez, Oden, and Raku? Ooh, Lucifer, that is tough. Honestly, out of those 3, I would probably do Grez. And the big thing, guys, of course, between building Grez up to that plus 60 signature item is just for the sheer stats that you see. Also building him out for the different game modes. So when you use him in the Twisted Realm, when you use him in the Cursed Realm, I would build him out first. Again, just because of the utility is really the big thing, the big reason why I would. Again, he's in the all Grez comp, of course, but the utility that we see him in different game modes, again, I would probably do Grez, and then I would probably do Oden. Big thing with Raku, guys, is Raku works incredibly well without it. I know this gives him a little bit damage boost, but Oden is one where the damage itself, this is huge, guys. This is absolutely huge because not only is he getting haste, but he is getting an attack rating boost as well. And then, of course, this is going to scale faster as you're building him up. It works incredibly well if you keep Oden. Again, Raku will work without the plus 60 very well, where Oden will be missing part of his damage. But yes, Grez would be my first choice within there. Should I engrave Treznar or should I wait for a new normal Graveborn hero? Treznar does incredibly well engraved. PvP, he is just an absolute monster because of this. Mitigates all frontal damage. That is the reason why we see him in a lot of different formations. Plus, he does have this healing deficiency or negation. Really, that's the reason why so many people are in PvP. I see a lot of people even utilizing him within a couple different comps, so including the utilization of him within the Treasure Scramble. So Treasure Scramble, a lot of players have been using him within the Treasure Scramble as well, which again works pretty well. What's going on, Shaha? Yeah, E30 is really good. The E30 is the healing mitigation. So that's really the big point of why enemies that are struck are unable to be healed. When you're burning down a target, guys, Treznar's plus 30 is huge because, again, you're negating the healing that they can receive for 8 seconds. It's really strong for Treznar. I have a Lightbearer faction account. Was wondering what you would E60 between Cecilia, Maro, or Sonya. Honestly, between those, I would probably do Cecilia if you're running the Lightbearer account. Big thing is with Maro does well even without it. Maro is more of a crowd control than I would say really a big damage dealer. Cecilia is similar to what we see with Athalia. She does a lot of damage. And then Sonya, the big thing with her, guys, is the furniture. So building out her furniture to give these golden roses makes a big difference. The engraving, ultimately, it will help a little bit, but I would go with Cecilia first. Damage dealing heroes, guys, are going to absolutely require you to have them built. If you don't have Cecilia built out, you're going to be missing a lot of the damage on there. But it's kind of crazy. Netflix keeps asking me if I'm alive. Should I be worried like yesterday? Oh, they do it to see if people are really watching. So there's been a lot of stuff, William, that people have said if you're really watching. You can pick up Ainz Grez as the first hero engrave. Who would you choose? Ainz. The big thing with Ainz, it depends where you're at in the game. Simtace, Syntac, the big thing with Ainz, guys, is early game, mid game, even going into multi teams, Ainz will run a team. So when you start getting into two teams, Ainz is usually one team. The second team is usually Lucretia, because Lucretia is super, super easy to run absolutely by herself, guys. She does enough damage to carry a team by herself. When you start getting into 3 teams, again, you'll run Ainz, you'll run Lucretia. They are the most common teams that we see within there, which is the reason why so many players build them. Is Arthur worth building? He is, but he's pretty far down the priority list right now. Arthur has actually dropped off quite a bit, even within the Ainz comp, because most players run Brutus. If you're running Ainz, Arthur is worth it. But again, with the Ainz comp, most players have dropped out Ainz and actually put Brutus in there, which works well. Yeah, Ainz is still just a monster. My goal is to eliminate using him in the campaign. Yeah, Ainz, guys, is always been a monster. Is just such a broken hero within AFK Arena. Arthur is the best tank. The problem with Arthur, Alexander, is the immunity. So he has pretty decent mitigation, kind of like what we see with Scrag, but he does not possess an immunity. So when you start getting into higher level deficiencies, Arthur will get burned down in a matter of seconds because he does not have the immunity factor built in. Like when you look at All Negrez, when you look at a couple different heroes, the immunity in this game absolutely wins. What's going on? Agendro to 9 of 9, which would be awesome to see. Frampton as well, guys. We have Geralt in there. Haven't used him really that much, but still want to build him. There's a copy for Thorin. What team can I use Valoris with? So Valoris, a lot of players have run with a crowd control team. It is what I've seen. Short of utilizing Valoris within like the cursed realm is where a lot of players were running her. She kind of just fills in another slot. We've seen Valoris even filling in the slot of like Ainz within a very similar comp. It's worked well, but again, you're just kind of replacing one hero with another hero. Kraken is what we've seen a lot of the time. It kind of stinks, but that is where we've kind of, she's pretty limited to where she's been used, which I don't like. There's another piece for Kayleen. We got a piece for Sonya as well. Sonya, I got to build up. PvP aspect, I just got her to that plus 30 signature item, which was awesome to see, which there is another piece for Geralt. 1 on the table, which means we have 1 more closer to, of course, Brutus being done. But there we go. Thorin is almost done as well. What about The Witcher? It looks like a waste of money to invest in Engraving Emblem. Well, so far for Geralt, we haven't found a place for him. And a lot of that is usually because not a lot of players have the hero. Now, if they release a dimensional tower, absolutely 100%, you're probably going to have those. Big thing with The Witcher as well is Witcher 9 of 9 furniture is incredibly strong, guys. The Witcher's 9 of 9 gives him the ability to crowd control, which, again, in AFK Arena, that is what you need. You have to have that. You have to have the crowd control built to really make him work, I guess. But looking here, guys, 7, 8, 7, getting closer to building them out. And again, we have 6 of 9 for Brutus, which is going to be and has been our focus. Yeah, overall for The Witcher, guys, I haven't used him since I built him. We built him out right here. He's already got 4 of 9 furniture. We did some engraving on him. Trying to find a place where he really works. Again, it's going to be interesting to see exactly where we should use him. What's up, FHG? Finally made another live chat. Remind me, I appreciate your videos. Oh, definitely. Thank you, Clay. Yeah, I love being able to sit down and talk to you guys, having a conversation about the game that I love, guys. So heroes that I'm building out right now, Antandra. I'm actually doing the engraving on Antandra right now, guys. She is a super strong carry with the plus 60 engraving when it comes to the tower. Works incredibly well right here, guys, with the heal. It's kind of similar to what Isolde does. but her damage does incredibly well. And you can see, even looking at the engraving here, guys, I kind of suck when it comes to the maulers. I'll be honest, I don't really use the maulers very much as a faction. Arguing Geralt's 9 of 9 is what makes him good. His SI is okay. Yes, the furniture is, again, geeky. The furniture, the 9 of 9 furniture for him is what makes him good. Right here, guys. This freeze, not only does it make him good because of this crowd control aspect with the freeze, but it also goes into the survivability. So if you're crowd controlling one of the heroes that are doing damage to him, survivability, of course, goes through the roof because now that enemy is not dealing damage, which makes it very, very efficient. Again, dealing with the survivability on him, it works. It works really well. Now that the new Hypo is a 3-headed hero that people thought might be Ascended Thorin, who do you think we'll get now? A lot of people, Clay, are saying Desira. That's what a lot of players are saying. I'm a new player. Should I run 2 tanks, 2 DPS, and 1 support? Giraffe, the easiest way is running 1 damage dealer. So if you're a new player, honestly, one of the easiest ways to progress within AFK Arena is going to Solemn Vow, and big shout out to Jin here. Did an application. I accepted him. He's been using a lot of mercenaries. I've actually been talking to him quite a bit, which is very, very cool. So again, big shout out to him. But when you're in here, guys, you want to make sure that you're borrowing, I would say, Eins out of here as a mercenary. A lot of players are forgetting about this and not even remembering that they can borrow them in here. But Eins will carry you incredibly well through all the peaks of time when you go through historic adventures, when you start getting into the Wandering Balloons, when you're going through the King's Tower, even the Labyrinth. Eins will carry you everywhere. Eins will carry you as a Solemn Vow hero. He will carry you through the Labyrinth. He'll carry you through all kinds of different all different stages in there, which is incredibly well. But again, usually you'll run 1 DPS, 2 tanks, 2 support, or even 3 support, 1 tank. Depends on the team you're fighting is really the big thing. Should I use my 2 cards on Namora 9 of 9 or save heroes for Anasta? The 9 of 9 on Namora is the reason why anyone builds her. The Beguile, the instant Beguile, can actually turn around heroes right from the get-go. This is the reason why players build Namora at all, is this instant Beguile. If you have a heavy tank or a high damage hero, they can actually be turned right back to the enemy. So it does work incredibly well in there. Do you think they'll make a hero that's half Celestial and half Hypogen? Probably not. I think they'll stay pretty true to what they have seen. I don't think there's going to be a crossover with any similar like that. They could, kind of like a light and a dark side. Don't know exactly where he would fall, but it would be pretty interesting. Hope you make a mid-game guide for players who are at 39, been struggling. I've been working on a tier list, guys. Now, I know for a significant amount of time, guys, we haven't seen any tier lists. I've been working on a couple. The big thing with tier lists is they are incredibly time intensive. So it does take a long time to sit down, build out the tier list. With Tier Maker, it takes a long time, but I'm going to build some tier lists out there. I'm going to do kind of like an early game, mid game, late game, and just a general tier list that you need to build. Again, it just takes time. There is a lot of time that is intensive with really building out tier lists. Is Kren's E60 worth it? Yes. Kren's E60 is worth it, guys. Not only does it give a very big mitigating factor with his survival, but like we've said before with Oden and Raku, building out Kren Luke is very important for the tower. In being a damage dealer, the higher you build him, the better he's going to perform. When you're really focused on Kren doing damage, you have to build him out or the damage is not going to be there. The crowd control aspect might not be there. In addition, guys, he's used in a lot of the Cursed Realm comps. When it comes to the Abyssal Expedition, things of that nature, he is utilized in there as well. Does work very, very well. For the Solemn Vow, what happens after you get the 3,000 points as a mentor? Awesome. At that point, nothing. So even here, guys, I will always mentor someone. I'm at 4320. We hit 3,000 points here. I'm accumulating points, as you can see, going through here as we continue. I will accumulate points forever. I don't know if they're ever going to add anything to this, but I love being a mentor. I love being able to talk one-on-one with players. It's very cool. It's something that we do on Discord and a couple other places, but it's cool. I will definitely be a mentor forever. Do you have a free-to-play Treasure Scramble video? I do not. Cow, the big thing with Treasure Scramble, and a lot of players kind of ask for a free-to-play Treasure Scramble video. Scramble videos, PvP videos are very similar to what you have. So that's the thing, and that's why even PvP videos are incredibly difficult because of the RNG factor that comes with the heroes that you have within different game modes. If, you know, PvP comes to a point where it is really focused on kind of building what you have or putting what works together. Most players, if you are free to play, run meta comps within here just because you've been focusing your entire AFK game as free to play. A majority of players just focus on the meta comps in here, which again work very well. But looking in here, even heroes like Zafriel, Audrey, not really a focus to build out. Even here with Frampton, most players don't have Frampton built out, or Brutus, Awakened version of Thane. Again, a lot of it is really dependent on the heroes you have. That's what makes the tier list so hard to do when you're building them out. It is very difficult to build out free to play. Even on my free to play account, I covered what I had built in there as the free to play. Again, it's just so very, very dependent on the heroes you have. That's really the big thing, is the heroes you have. What are my thoughts on the new Hypo Tank? So far, Tarzan, the new Hypo Tank has been effective in PvP. PvP Treasure Scramble, we've seen them in a couple different places working incredibly well. But short of there, we haven't seen them really anywhere. Might just be too new. I know a lot of players might not have him built at this point. But again, it seems like he's good, but he is incredibly expensive to build. And that I'm just copying Willow Ford we've been doing for a while. We've got Thorin Cheese. But a lot of these I go through, kind of see all Negrez here at 609. We can definitely do that, guys, because we're at 633 already. Definitely going through here. I use Iran to pull with Nomura. Yes, that's a that's an old school trick, Kazi. Pulling Iran into Nomura with Nomura's Beguile ability. That again, that's a pretty cool trick that we've used for a lot since Furniture came out. It's worked incredibly well. And here, guys, dealing with Gorvo. Campaign Gorvo is tough. And then, of course, Tassie. Guys, Tassie is probably one of the most RNG heroes. You'll spend half the battle chasing her down, which works incredibly, incredibly well. Did you have Aziz for the God Comp? Yeah, Aziz in the God Comp works incredibly well. I'm in chapter 36 with outbuilding Ainz. Is it worth getting him? I would, Lucifer, just because, again, he's used in a lot of different formations. We do see Ainz in a ton of different formations. I still use him for quite a bit. I do use him for quite a bit. Not as much as I usually do or I did in the past, but again, even here, we just used him in a formation. And this, it looks like, is the exact same formation we just used, which is very cool. I've been saving everything. I'm doing a big push in 2 months. How far I get? Yeah, levels. Guys, levels are the biggest thing within AFK Arena. The higher levels, the more you can progress with levels, guys, better it's going to work. The faster you're going to make progression. And look at Oden here. Almost got it done. Is the new Hypo good? All of the above. I skipped him. I am not building the Chimera. There might be a point where he's used in a couple different places. Is he good? Yes. Is he super expensive to build? Yes. Is he used in a lot of different places? Not that many, but again, is he going to be PvP? It seems like he is going straight to meta for the new Hypo. I don't PvP. Again, I'm going to skip him. I'm not really too focused on building him. Yeah, love Leonardo. Yeah, Devin, I love the Leonardo comp as well. It works incredibly well. Can you explain the Thorin cheese? So the Thorin cheese is actually just built around Thorin's retaliation. And here we go. We'll show you the 5 pull. So we have Iran in here. We have, of course, 3 of 9 Skarath, which means we're going to pull in every single target. The Thorin cheese is essentially building on Thorin's retaliation ability, which means the more damage Thorin takes, he actually reflects that damage back. So this works incredibly well when you start getting into high level deficiencies because you have the enemies dealing a ton of damage, which means that Thorin does take more damage. Now, the other thing with Thorin, guys, is there is no cap to the retaliation ability, which from the Thorin cheese, from when the Thorin cheese came out, it is really the part of AFK Arena that is, again, kind of the cheese aspect of it. There's no cap. So again, if you have bigger teams, if you have burst teams, if you're looking at very high level deficiencies, again, there's no cap on the damage that Thorin can do. Now, with that being said, there are a couple teams where the Thorin cheese doesn't work. A lot of players will essentially try to jam the Thorin cheese into different comps, and it doesn't work as well because the comp is really not structured about or around doing the Thorin cheese. So what I mean by that is if you have heroes with energy disintegration, if you have heroes in here that are kind of like a stall team or anything of that nature, the Thorin cheese will not work. If Thorin's not taking enough damage to retaliate the damage, the Thorin cheese will never work. Even if you set it here for 1,000 battles, the Thorin cheese will never work because, again, you're not taking enough damage with the retaliation aspect that Thorin is getting. And this, of course, is RNG, guys. The Thorin cheese, similar to the Charizard, is just a lot of time, a lot of effort. And it's, again, just like the Charizard, it'll work 1 out of 100, 1 out of 1,000 times, whatever it may be. There will be a point where it does work. Is Mahira's furniture worth it? No, honestly, Peter, Mahira will work without the furniture. There's not a huge reason to really build it with the furniture, just because, like I said, Mahira will work without the furniture. There's not a huge drive. There's not a huge push to build Mahira's furniture. I just have over the months, I guess, or over time, I did build up a little bit of Mahira's furniture. I don't even think I have her at 9 of 9 right now. But is it going to be a game changer? No. What equipment does the Thorin cheese need? So the Thorin cheese works incredibly well. The 2 things that we really focus on, and again, you can kind of go back and forth. I use the Zealot's plate. Now this is, of course, you can see it's not a mythic piece. Big thing is, guys, we want this accuracy. The accuracy will try to keep the heroes from dodging. So that is what we're focused on there, is the accuracy piece. And then this one, we want to pick up the crit, which is the reason why we have the mythic 5-star. You'll notice I don't have it, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, tier 4. We don't want the dodge. We don't want the dodge aspect of this. This is kind of a general setup. One thing you do not want, guys, you can see I engraved Thorin. Do not engrave Thorin, guys. Thorin, it mitigates the damage that he does if you engrave him. This is really not enough of a retaliation aspect to build it. If you're going to engrave him, guys, the super basic, anything that's going to give him a little bit more damage or accuracy without getting any of the mitigating factors, whether it's the magic resist, the physical resist, the dodge, the defense. Again, you want Thorin to take as much damage as possible, which means the retaliation aspect is going to do as much damage as you can. Yep, that's it. Thorin needs 309, no engraving. Like, Geeky, you can do no engraving, but like I said, if there's a couple in there that are just going to give him more damage, it's going to go back to that retaliation. But does he need it? No, not at all. How far would I have to build Thorin for the cheese? Yeah, 309 is good. Even having him just unlocked with the signature item will work, but it is very, very basic. When you start getting into comps like this, the plus 30 signature item, 110% required, just because it is the second time that he cheeses, is the one that actually takes out the team. If I could kill him on the first time, that would be awesome, but you can't. Whoa, wait. Oh, Atlas has got something. Let's see what he's got. Is Thorin 9 of 9 bad? Not really. It does work. The 9 of 9 is not, I wouldn't go as to say bad with his furniture, but here immediately covers the energy. So this energy recovery gives him the ability to cheese the second time. Sometimes without it, you won't get the second cheese, but adding on the furniture, it does give him more stats. That's the only thing, is it does give him more stats in there, which again can kind of mitigate the damage that he's doing just from the stat perspective. I'm going to go back to this one. Again, he's on 609 right here. Our heroes are built out a little bit higher. Should be able to get this one done to make some more progression in here. So yeah, the 9 of 9 is not bad because the energy regeneration does help. But again, the big thing is you're adding more stats in there, which could affect Thorin. Welcome back, Shot. Is it possible to finish the new event without shopping? To finish the new event without shopping, if you mean without purchasing anything, the new event will only take you to 540. So if you're not buying anything in there, Lorenzo, you will stop at the 540. You will not be able to get all of the chests if you're going down and getting the avatar frame or the little avatar frame up here. The avatar frame runs around $1,350. That is US money, guys. That is $1,350 for that avatar frame. If you want to do purchases in there, that is what it is going to cost to get that. Very, very expensive to get the avatar frame. You can't get the chat bubbles. You can't get the emojis. You can't get the avatar frame if you're not willing to put money into AFK Arena. I believe the emojis were a couple $100. And then I think it said that there was a little bit further down was around the same. It was a couple more $100 to get those chat bubbles. Who should I go for, Merlin or Leonardo? Yeah, it's both of them are good, Lucifer. Merlin, Leonardo are both really good. Leonardo works incredibly well with the crowd control aspect. Merlin, of course, has the mitigation aspect. A lot of players, if they don't build Merlin, they will actually drop a star within the formation because she does have mitigation as well, which works pretty well. How much have you put into your highest count? It is this one, guys, and we're at VIP 15. So I'm not sure exactly how much. I think around 12. I think around 1,200 or 12,000 is roughly where it's at. I know some people can do and know exactly where it's at math-wise. Oh, I think we got through that stage. I wasn't even paying attention. 44, 47 again will come in here. Lucretia in this one, which I love with Lucretia. You can check. How do I check Shot Gaming? I know there's a way, like, based on your points within the VIP level. Javid's talked about it before. What is your option of Frampton? Frampton, yes, really good in PvP. Overall, Frampton is another hero. Frampton is a hero that has to be built. So we've seen it in the past. What is the past VIP 15? Let me look. We're VIP 15. So we're 843,030. Yep. So I know VIP 15 right here. I know, again, mathematically, and I'm not, I think Zian might know, what is it past 15? That's the point total right there. 834,030. That is what we have put in here. I'm not sure Shot Gaming, I know you guys can probably do the math a lot faster than I can. I know, again, there's a multiplication factor based on points, but I'm not sure. I don't feel bad. I'm probably about 1,500. Yeah, there you go. So there, majors on VIP 16. We're close, guys, but 165,000 points. That's a lot. That is still a lot away from VIP 16. That is quite a bit. Most players 14, 15, if you're a light spender, is normal because we get through, I think, 10 10 is still the max for the VIP level for VIP, for free to play. The max is still VIP 10. They haven't adjusted it, which I don't understand why, if they could give us more points, but that is where most players are stuck. Yeah, VIP 11, baby whale, light dolphin, whatever you want to call it. But it is, it's incredible, guys, how much that some players put in here. I mean, there's players that are probably $1 million plus into AFK Arena, which I think VIP 28 was the last that they said was the highest. Free to play is normal at VIP 11. I don't think you can get to 11. If I remember, if Javid was here, he would know exactly the numbers. But I do not think you can get to VIP 11 yet. My free to play account, I am on VIP 10. And I believe I'm almost to chapter 28 or maybe 29 at this point. But I think you're stuck at VIP 10 is the furthest that you can go within the game. See you later, Alexander. What are the best things to buy low budget? Low budget is the packs, the climber packs, the advancement rewards. The 45,000 diamonds for 20 bucks, 12 inch is the absolute best that you can get. It is the biggest return. You're not going to get that back from Stargazers. You're not going to get that back in cards. 20 bucks for the 45,000 diamonds is really the best pack. Oh, there you go. So it might be VIP 11. Maybe I haven't pushed enough yet, Kazi, to get to that next level. I thought it was in the adventure tab. No, the adventure tab, I don't think. That would be kind of funny if they did that in here. If we went through the adventure tab. Oh, look, we got Tarnos. We got 10 more cards. I wonder if it could be. I didn't even realize with that second copy, we got 10 more cards. But we wanted to see Brutus, and we see Brutus. There he is, guys. We knew we were close. That gives him another star just like that. That's funny. So there is Brutus. We were looking for it, but the final pull with those free Tarnos cards gives us another copy of Brutus, which does take him to 3 stars, guys. Very cool. That was awesome. Boom. There we go. 3 stars for Brutus. Again, I knew we were close with the stars for Brutus, and we did take his signature item to 35 because of the haste buff that we got out of here. So very cool to get him a little higher. Just need 3 more pieces of furniture, and he will be done, guys, which is awesome. Yes, definitely the streamer luck on there. We're about done with the stream, but I am going to hop over just like we do every stream, guys. I am going to do one of the membership giveaways. So we've been giving back every single week, guys, and we've actually been giving the give back. So let me see on here, membership gifting. We're going to gift 1 membership every single time that we do our subscription or our live streams, guys, every single week. So we'll go ahead, we'll pick that up. It'll pop up in just a minute, and it'll show us who our lucky one with the gift membership is today, guys. And it is, let's see. Carol got a membership. Look at that, guys. Again, we love doing the give back. I'm going to do it every single week, guys. But there is a brand new member. It gives her access to all of the emojis that we got in there. I do have to add more. I've been trying to update those, getting some time to get. Now, it goes out to an absolute random person. And look at Devin showing me up with 5 memberships right there. But again, it goes out to random people. So you can see everyone who got it in there. It looks like we have Lucifer, we have Awesome, Alejandro, Geeky in there as well. Again, it goes out to random. I didn't know that it was 100% random till the first time I did it, but that is very, very awesome. Big shout out to Devin for gifting the memberships, guys. Again, we'll do one on some of the milestones. We'll do some bigger giveaways. Absolutely. It's super, super easy that they make it in here. We will do some gift memberships when we do some of the giveaways. We just hit above 27,000 subscribers, which was absolute insanity. Again, I'm going to have to update the emojis that we have in there. I'm going to work on it a little bit later today so we can add some more. The more members you have within YouTube, the more emojis you can add. So I want to add some new ones in there. Continuing to build those, guys, but thank you for all the love and support for the channel. But that'll do it for today's video. We made a little bit of more progression in here. Brutus a little bit more built out. We actually got that second copy of Tarnos, which takes him to Elite Plus. It seems like a couple places that I'm really stuck, guys. King's Tower, Celestial Sanctum, without having the Awakened version of Taylene, this has been a very difficult struggle in there. So I'm hoping we can make some more progression in there with the heroes that we're building out right now. Then, of course, guys, the Mauler Tower. This, again, has been another struggle, as well as Lightbearer Tower. Lightbearer Tower, damage-wise, we have Awakened Thane, we have Scarlet. Those are really the two big damage dealers, guys, because I don't have the irregular version of Thane built. When it comes to 3 teams, you can see we have 3 separate teams in here. The regular version of Thane does insane damage. Look at that, 5.81 billion damage. Tried building out some different variations of it, guys. This is the hero we're missing to actually carry the tower. I think there's going to be a point where I have to build him out. I have him at I think a plus 20 right now. But that's as far as I build him. But to continue through the towers, guys, I'm going to have to build out Thane a lot further than I have him, just for the simple fact that he is going to be the carry. But right now, again, Entendre is the one that we're focused on building him out. Anyone know nice teams for the Temporal Rift? Right now, I'm using a team. It's a little bit expensive, but the team that I'm using for the Rift right now is 3 of the team, really focusing on Lucretia team with, again, 4 support in here. This one, I'm using the Awakened version of Thane. We have 2 tanks to support. And then the first one, we're already victorious in, but I don't think, I mean, I was running Mishka in the first one. So it was running Mishka with Ezio, Hendrik. I don't remember the first team. I wonder if I can go through here and win this one. Let me see if I can show you. I have a non-awakened Thane. Oh, yeah, Geeky. Absolutely. He is just crushing it. It's kind of crazy. Let's see. This one should. There we go. Now I can look at my third team. And this is where you're capped, guys. So I have been capped in the badges for a long time. It's essentially where you're stuck. But my first team in here was Athalia. So I'm actually running Athalia. You can see 1, 2, we have 3 right in here. Of course, Albedo with the defense and the attack, but we have a pretty good mitigation team here. Halos in here, of course, is going to buff up Athalia. Athalia does an incredible amount of damage. So this is the 3 teams that I'm currently running, and we're almost at 300. I'll hit 300 today or past 300 already, which is very cool. Sorry, guys, again, that'll do it for today's stream. Big shout out to Devin and everybody else, guys. Awesome, amazing support for this channel. 27,000 plus subscribers at this point. Love doing the live streams. Love being able to chat with you guys. Go out, get some exercise. It's beautiful and sunny here. I actually have to go out and do some shopping. So again, guys, thank you guys for joining me for the stream. Love spending time with you guys on Sunday. But that'll do it for today's live stream. Have a good Sunday. And as always, thank you guys for watching.